its unprecedented run of bringing fight fans what they want: high stakes, meaningful world championship fights. And that's exactly what we're going to bring you on Sunday, December 5th from Los Angeles, the city of angels, the Staples Center, when Gervonta "Tank" Davis, 3-division world champion, unbeaten, one of boxing's biggest stars, one of boxing's most powerful knockout artists, a knockout percentage of well over 90%, steps into the ring against Isaac Cruz, a hard punching contender, a young man who has won 17 straight fights since 2016. It should be a great event. It is being promoted by Mayweather Promotions, GTV Promotions, and of course, TGB Promotions as well. Tickets are on sale. You can purchase your tickets at AXS.com. Again, ASX.com. We're going to talk to both of the fighters. You'll hear from both of them. We're going to ask some questions. I know you members of the media here, you're going to have questions, going to allow you the opportunity to ask those questions directly to both of those fighters. But first, let me bring in some people who help make and bring all of this together. Let me start first with the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Mr. Leonard Ellerbe.
Hey, Brian, thank you. Thank all the media for joining us today. This is an exciting matchup with, again, the most exciting fighter in the world to my left, taking on Isaac Cruz, again, who's a tough, hard-nosed lightweight. He's a top 10 contender across the board with all the ratings. He's a very, very exciting young fighter himself. And he's looking to come and knock Tank off his throne. The country of Mexico is riding very high off of the big Canelo win where he made history. And there's a big opportunity for Cruz to stand up for his country. And he's going to be looking to take Tank right on out. And I know for quite some time, I've been having my eye on him, talking with my good friend, Sean Gibbons, for quite some time. And I've had my eye on him really since he fought on Tank's undercard when we fought, in San Antonio. And I was very, very impressed with the knockout that he had against Magdalena. And I had this conversation with Sean, and Sean was saying that, look, he coming for your boy. And I said, well, look, he might get that opportunity one day down the road. But again, Tank's always ready. He stay ready, so he ain't got to get ready. Again, so December the 5th, expect nothing but fireworks. This fight will definitely end in a knockout.
Thank you, Leonard. You know, the irony about this fight is both of these fighters have both been described as mini Mike Tysons. Isaac Cruz because of his punching power, and we know what Gervonta Davis brings to the ring. And you look at his knockout record, he's knocked out just about every fighter that has stepped into the ring with him. It should be one heck of a fight. Let me also bring in the president of TGB Promotions, the Hall of Famer himself, especially when it comes to matchmaking. Here's Mr. Tom Brown.
Thank you, Brian. It is going to be an incredible night. And Los Angeles has always been a great boxing town going back more than 100 years. And when fighters from Mexico City come to Southern California to fight, they come with a ton of pride, courage, and desire. They flat out don't want to lose. And Isaac Cruz is a certified Mexican warrior from Mexico City. You know, the Staples Center has a rich tradition of bringing the best and biggest fights to Los Angeles. And with Tank Davis fighting, you know there's going to be an electrifying crowd in there that night. And something about the Staples Center always seems to bring out the best in the fighters also. So it's going to be bombs away on December 5, like Leonard said, and you don't want to miss this. Thank you, Brian.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tom. And of course, Sean Gibbons is a man who helps represent Isaac Cruz. Sean, if you would, just give us a statement about your fighter in this fight.
Yeah, just I want to thank Leonard Ellerbe. I want to thank Mayweather Promotions, TGB, and for getting us this opportunity. Our promotion, Manny Pacquiao Promotions. This is our first fighter from Mexico we've ever signed. And when Manny saw Isaac Cruz fight, he saw him knock out Diego Magdaleno. He's got a lot of hope in the kid. He believes he's got the real deal. He's 23 years old, and coming from Mexico City. they don't get any tougher and better than that. So I think it's going to be a tremendous fight. I think the fans are going to be the real winners here. And we're just happy to have Mayweather versus Pacquiao, Mayweather Promotions, Pacquiao Promotions, and Isaac Cruz December 5th.
Thank you, Sean. Way to just turn the knife here. Just add more animus to this fight. Way to go, Sean. All right, so let's hear from the fighters. Enough about us. I mean, we know what these guys can do. Tank is unbeaten. Isaac Cruz, 17 straight wins since 2016. Let's start with the contender here, Isaac Cruz. Isaac, if you would, give members of the media just your thoughts on this fight and finally getting into the ring with Tank Davis. Martin Bader will translate.
Thank you, Brian. Bueno, Isaac, contanos tus primeras sensaciones. Ya escuchaste a Lena, ya escuchaste a John, te han llamado un contendiente top 10, que sos un rival de temer. ¿Qué pensás vos de esta pelea?
No, pues antes que nada, a darle las gracias a Tom, a Sean, a Mayweather Promotion, a Gervonta por darme la oportunidad. Y bueno, nosotros vamos a hacer lo propio para dar una gran sorpresa el 5 de diciembre en el Staples Center.
Well, you know, first of all, thank you to Tom, to Sean, to Mayweather Promotions, and of course Gervonta for giving me this great opportunity. And I'm ready to put on a show on December 5th at Staples Center.
Fantastic. Thank you, Isaac. Appreciate that. And now let's bring in the champion. His version of the WBA lightweight title will be on the line. He's a 3-division world champion. He's known as Tank, Gervonta Davis. Gervonta?
I'm just happy to be here. Excited to be in this, this position. I've been working hard. Late, different opponent, but it is what it is. That's what comes with the sport of boxing. I know that Isaac Cruz is gonna come to fight, and it's going. Again, the fans don't lose. They definitely win. Come December the 5th, because it will be an exciting fight. I know he's coming, well prepared, and I'm coming well prepared. So I'm definitely grateful for this opportunity. Once again, thank you, to Mayweather Promotion, Bennett, himself, Mayweather himself, Al Heyman, Showtime. Is it
TGB.
TGB. Thank y'all for having us, and just everybody that's included to making this big event happen. Even Steve Espinosa and things like that. So I'm just grateful to be in this position, ready to put on a great show December the 5th, and may everybody win.
Fantastic. Thank you. One thing you're going to get, whether it's Isaac Cruz, but with Gervonta Davis, you're going to get excitement and you're going to get knockouts. And I think that's what we want to see in the sport of boxing. It should be one heck of a fight. All right, guys, let's talk about this fight a little bit. And, Leonard, let me start with you, because I know members of the media are going to have this question. When you had to make the switch here and you bring in Isaac Cruz, how many guys did you seriously consider? And why Isaac Cruz?
Well, Isaac Cruz, again, he's across the board. He's a top 10 contender, one of the top lightweights in the world. And he's been that way. And he's coming to fight. He's coming to fight. And again, he's not no last minute replacement. So let me kind of clear that part up. He was already fighting on the card. So he's been training, and I know he's ready, and he's going to be ready. So again, it's going to be a terrific fight. He's from the opening bell, he's going to bring it to Tank. And Tank's going to have to be on point every second, because again, he's the kind of guy, again, just like Tank. He puts that kind of mental pressure on you, and he's a tremendous puncher. And again, this fight will end in a knockout.
Champ, Gervonta, what was your reaction when you got word that Rolly was being removed and Isaac Cruz was your new opponent?
It was a little disappointing, not for saying that I'm fighting Isaac Cruz, but just the build up for me and Rolly. But this is what happened with the sport of boxing. Anything can happen. So me, I just stay put, and whatever the task is, I'm always the one to step up to the plate and get the job done.
Isaac, let me come to you. What was your reaction when you got the call and they said Tank Davis wants to fight you, and you would be the main event there on Showtime pay-per-view. What was your reaction when you got that call and it was Tank Davis, your new opponent?
Contanos, Isaac, ¿cuál fue tu reacción cuando levantaste el teléfono y te dijeron, vas a estar en el evento principal con Tank Davis, Staples Center por Showtime? ¿Qué te pasó por la cabeza?
Fueron sentimientos encontrados, pero más que eso fue una gran motivación el escuchar de parte de mi empresa de Sean Gibbons y Manny Pacquiao Promotion esta gran oportunidad que me presentaron, y bueno, no la vamos a desaprovechar.
It was a wide array of feelings, but the most gratifying part of it is that I got to hear it from Sean Gibbons and Manny Pacquiao Promotions. The way this all started and it's almost coming full circle, it made me really happy, and it made me even more motivated to be ready for December 5th.
Isaac, you know, listen, you've won 17 straight fights since 2016, but tell us why you believe you're the man who can finally defeat Tank Davis and that you are ready for this moment on pay-per-view.
Bueno, tu racha de victorias consecutivas es ciertamente impresionante, pero ¿por qué la gente debe creer que sos vos el que va a destronar a Tank Davis?
Pues yo creo que porque no ha enfrentado a un peleador con mis características Tank, y bueno, nosotros no nos vamos a confiar y vamos a llegar como lo que estamos llegando, como con el hambre que tenemos de triunfo.
We will certainly not be overconfident in any way at all, but I gotta tell you, Tank never fought against anybody of my style, of my characteristics, and we're working really hard in order to make that style and those characteristics be the most productive they can be on December 5th, when Tank is going to have to be ready.
Well, Tank, let me get your response to that. How different of a fight is this going to be against Isaac Cruz compared to Rolly Romero?
I mean, I think that, you know, to me, I think it's going to be more of an interesting fight because he come forward, I come forward. So there you have it. It's like two cars coming forward. It's going to be a big crash, you know. So that's the only way I can put it, you know. So it's definitely going to be something good, great, you know, for the fans, for everybody. You know, I think that it's going to be another exciting night for the sport of boxing. Just may the best man win. As long as he come with his A game, I'm coming with my A game, and get the fans what they want to see.
And give me your response to what he said. He said he doesn't believe that you fought anyone like him. So that kind of goes to what I think Leonard was talking about, that mental and physical pressure that he generally brings to opponents. Your thoughts on that?
I mean, he could say that. He's never fought nobody like me. You know, somebody that can box and actually can hit. You know, he could say, Mike Tyson said, you say all that till you get hit in the face. You know, so we just got to see come December the 5th. I will be ready. Hopefully he's ready, and, you know, we get the fans what they want to see.
All right. Martin, if you could get Isaac's response to that.
Bueno, Isaac, lo que Tank te respondió es que, como dice Tyson, uno tiene un plan hasta que te golpean en la cara, ¿verdad? O sea, él dice que a la misma vez que vos, o sea, que él no se ha enfrentado a alguien como vos no estás enfrentado a alguien como él, y que la pelea lo entusiasma porque va a ser como un choque entre dos autos a toda velocidad. Vos encarando hacia él encarando hacia vos. ¿Qué te genera que Tank diga eso?
Ahora sí que el público va a ser el ganador, porque va a haber una gran pelea entre el Pitbull y el Tank, y la afición va a estar al borde de la butaca el 5 de diciembre.
Well, you know what? Who's gonna truly win on December 5th? The fans, because Pitbull and Tank are gonna crash into each other, and it's gonna be fireworks, and people are gonna be on the edge of their seats. I can guarantee that.
Love that. Hey, Tank, you know, one of the things I think I love is that I read, and generally you don't see this, when you have the top fighters in the game sparring and giving each other good work. And we've seen that with you and Sean Porter. So tell me about that work that you've gotten in with Shawn Porter, and tell me why work with Shawn Porter in advance of this fight with Isaac Cruz?
It definitely was a good experience to work with Shawn Porter. My coach Barry Hunter, he called me and asked me do I want to work with Shawn Porter. I said, why not? So we went up to his his gym and we got working. I know for sure after that sparring session, Shawn know that I can hold my own. I can say the same for Shawn. So he know that I'm one of them top guys, I say.
That's great. We'll wrap it up with this, and then I'll let the media ask you guys questions. Isaac, give me a final word on this. What can you guarantee us that we're going to see on December 5th when you step in the ring with Tank Davis, and why you believe you're the man that can finally give him a loss?
¿Qué sería una cosa que vos nos podés garantizar que nos vas a demostrar el 5 de diciembre? ¿Y por qué crees que Isaac Cruz va a poder derrotar a Gervonta Davis? ¿Cuál es la clave?
Pues la clave es las ganas de sobresalir, dar un nuevo giro de 360 grados a mi vida, darle un nuevo campeón a México, y bueno, es lo que me tiene motivado, es mi esposo y mi hijo, para poder pelearle a un gran peleador como es Tank Davis.
The one thing I can guarantee you is that I'm hungry and I am motivated, and I'm not just fighting for myself. I'm fighting for my wife and my son, and to give Mexico another reason to be proud, and obviously to give my career another full turn, another 180-degree turn, and head towards even bigger things to come. And
okay.
then,
go ahead.
He's going to answer the second question, right? That you wanted to know the key to defeating Tank, right?
Yes, sure.
Bueno, pero contanos la clave para derrotar a Tank, o sea, estratégicamente, ¿cuál sería la razón por la que vas a derrotar a Tank?
Pues mi razón es de querer ser campeón del mundo, de querer obtener lo que él ya tiene en sus manos, yo quererlo tener en las mías.
And the key to defeat Tank is for me to want it more, to want those belts that he has, to want them in my hands. It's going to come down to determination.
Love it. Tank, give you the final word here. Again, what can you guarantee us that we're going to get on December 5th when we see you once again on pay-per-view, and will the knockout streak continue?
From December, we're going to be, fireworks. I know that for sure. I know that, it's going to be something that, you can't miss, or go to the stand and get no popcorn or anything like that. So, it's going to be, a tough task, but that's what I'm made for. This is what I came to do. So definitely going to be fireworks. Can't wait. Make sure y'all tune in to Showtime PPV. Can't make it, if you can't make it, make sure y'all there early.
Love it. All right. I know there's members of the media who've got some questions. Andrew Roberts here from Swanson's Communication. He will acknowledge you. All you have to do is hit the raise your hand icon there on the Zoom. He will acknowledge you, and you can ask your question to either fighter. So, Andrew, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks very much, Brian. We're going to start off with Keith Idek from Boxing Scene. Keith, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your questions.
Yes, my first question is for Tank. Tank, how do you view this fight against Isaac Cruz in comparison to Rolando Romero? Do you see it as a tougher fight?
I think that it's definitely a tougher fight. I want to say because I can't. I'm not for sure. I can't say because I never been in the ring with Rolly, and I never been in the ring with Isaac Cruz yet, so I can't say. I think probably after I face both of them, then I think I can answer that question, but I'm not sure yet.
Okay, I just have one other question related to this, Tank. How is this fight different in terms of the buildup of the fight? Because, of course, Rolly had a lot to say, which I'm sure got under your skin a little bit. Isaac Cruz is a completely different type of person. He's not really going to say a whole lot. How is that different in terms of getting ready for the fight from a promotional standpoint?
I mean, you gotta adapt to whatever come your way. Just as well I adapted to Rolly, I could adapt to Cruz. At first I was like, I wasn't even gonna do interviews or come to the press conference with Rolly, and I adapted to that. I knew what he was coming. I knew what was his game plan to throw me off my tracks. And now I'm just chilling. I'm just adapting to the new opponent. Now I got to figure out what's going on with how he's moving, like how he's thinking, when he come into the fight, come December 5th. So it's all a big part about me just, adapting to what's in front of me.
Thanks, Tank.
All right. Thanks, Keith. Our next question is going to come from Jim Conlon. Jim, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
My first question is for Tank. Tank, is there any fighter that Isaac has beaten on his record so far that you said that's an impressive sort of victory, or is there any sort of accomplishment that you've seen from Isaac Cruz that you feel he can step in the ring with you?
Can you say it one more time?
Yeah, I'm just is there any fight or victory on Isaac's record that impresses you, and is there to make you think that he can step into the ring with you?
I mean, all his fights impress me. He's a guy that come in there and he coming to win. He's never coming in to lose or anything like that. He's never coming in there just hanging there. He's coming in there actually to win. So he's definitely it's not an opponent that I'm overlooking or anything like that. I know he's going to come to fight. So a win over him would definitely be big for me. Just a stepping stone to where I need to go.
And my last question is for Isaac. Isaac, you're coming into this fight as a wild card, a nothing to lose sort of fight for you. Do you sort of feel that this could be a moment to savor in your life in terms of this opportunity? Do you feel it's a God blessing for you?
Bueno, Isaac, vos llegás a esta pelea sin nada que perder. ¿Sentís que es como un regalo del cielo? ¿Algo como que vas a disfrutar al máximo pase lo que pase?
Sí, claro, yo siempre estoy agradecido con Dios por las oportunidades que Él me pone y bueno, nosotros vamos a hacer nuestro trabajo para aprovecharlo.
Of course, yeah. I'm always thankful to God for the opportunities that He provides us. And then in the end, my duty is to, give my all and work hard in order to take advantage of the opportunities that I'm presented.
All right, great. Thanks, Jim. Our next question is going to come from Terrell Van. Terrell, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
How you doing, Tank? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Just only one question. Looking at what Canelo has done, what's the highest division you can compete in? And what weight division would you like to end your career?
The highest I think I could compete in is probably you never know. Probably 47. Probably. I can't tell right now. So, I just want to be able to, whenever it's time to move up to any division, any weight class, I can be able to do it. So I definitely don't want to take punishment, So, you never know. I want to have fun with the sport of boxing after I put in the work, So you never know, bro. You never know. I probably can get up to 160. You never know. You never know. So I just gotta handle business, till then.
All right, thanks, Terrell. Our next question is going to come from Michael Rarita. Michael, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
All right, thank you. My first question is going to be for Tank. As you said, the difference in fighters between Rolly and Isaac. Seeing now also the last few fighters you had, they've been a little bit taller than you. Cruz is around your height. does that make your preparation for this fight a little different, knowing that you don't have to be punching up maybe as much to your opponent?
Yeah, he's not my height. He's shorter than me. No, but it make a big difference. I normally fight taller people, like you said, but it make a big difference. So I gotta adjust to this is not the first person on the show, but it's definitely gonna be different. So I mean, I just gotta adapt to what he coming with. Just like I said, I gotta feed off of everything, not just him coming that fight night. I just gotta feed off of everything, like building up to it, see what's his approach. Even this right here, this press conference, even him talking, I just gotta feed off it and just figure him out, all through the process.
Cool, thank you. And then my other question is going to be for Isaac. It's going to be in Spanish. I can't do that. Isaac, con Tank, ya sabes el estilo que tiene, la poder que tiene en las manos. ¿Qué es algo que tú piensas que puedes traer a él que él no ha mirado en el ring hasta este momento en la carrera?
Pues igual el presionar, el poder dar mi fuerza en cada golpe.
The question from Michael Reda was, what do you think that you can bring to the fight against Tank that he isn't necessarily going to be expecting in the way that he hasn't faced it before? And the answer from Isaac was the fact that I can come forward and present my power. Once I show him my power, then I think the fight will take a turn.
All right. Thanks very much. Our next question is going to come from Eamon Khan with Boxing Social. Eamon, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you guys. This question, first of all, is for Gervonta Davis, or maybe Leonard, you could probably answer this better. Eddie Hearn a few weeks back mentioned to me that he was looking to throw Devin Haney's name into the mix for this fight. Can you confirm if a concrete offer was ever made?
And fuck Eddie Hearn. Fuck Eddie Hearn. We're here to talk about Isaac Cruz. We got a big pay-per-view fight on December the 5th.
No problem at all. The next question is for Isaac Cruz then. Isaac, a lot of people are tipping Gervonta Davis for that superstar marquee trajectory. Isaac, do you believe Gervonta Davis is on that path?
Bueno, Isaac, hay gente que cree que, mucha gente que cree que Gervonta está destinado a ser una superestrella en el boxeo. ¿Vos opinás lo mismo?
Pues él lo va a demostrar conforme vaya pasando el tiempo también.
Pero para vos, ¿qué él está ascendiente o qué?
Pues para mí es un oponente más, para mí no significa algo imposible para poder destronarlo.
Look, in the end, it's going to be up to him to show his potential superstar stars on the ring. But to me personally, he's not an impossible mountain to climb and nothing impossible to dethrone either.
All right. Thanks, Simon. Our next question is going to come from Danny Flexen with Seconds Out. Danny, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hey, yeah, so I've got one for each guy. So Gervonta, starting with you, if that's okay. If all goes well on Saturday in the big fight, on the fight date, what is your short-term plan for the next year? Who would you like to fight? What would you like to achieve?
That's beat whoever they put in front of me. That's my job. It could be anybody. That's just my job. To beat whoever they put in front of me. I can't say too much. That's it.
Thank you. And a question for Isaac Cruz. Before this fight was made, obviously after the Romero issue, was Gervonta Tank Davis on your radar? How aware were you of what he was like as a fighter? Was he someone you were looking to fight anyway?
Bueno, antes de todo esto de la cancelación de Romero, de que vos seas nombrado, ¿lo tenías visto a Gervonta? ¿Era alguien que tenías en tu radar y alguien que decías, ojo que lo voy a poder enfrentar pronto?
Sí, claro, yo siempre he querido pelear con los mejores. Y bueno, ahorita no fue la excepción. Me dieron una gran oportunidad de poder pelear con Gervonta y bueno, es lo que estamos haciendo, preparándonos para pelear contra él.
Yeah, of course, because I always want to fight the best, regardless of when that time may come. And now we are training really hard in order to be up to that challenge.
All right, great. Thanks, Danny. Our next question is going to come from Julius Julianis with ESPN Knockout. Julius, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, my question is for Isaac Cruz. I will say it in Spanish. Isaac, las apuestas han abierto teniéndote como no favorito bastante claro. ¿Eso te supone una motivación especial para este combate?
Sí, claro que sí. Ahora sí que yo voy a remar contra corriente, contra todos los prototipos que están en contra de mí y voy a demostrarles que estoy para los grandes nombres como es en este momento.
Muchas gracias.
Well, the question. Sorry, Julius. You have another question?
No.
Okay. The question from Julius was the fact that in the gambling scene, Isaac is clearly an underdog, and the question was whether that bothered him. And Isaac said that he's swimming upstream. He's well aware of the fact that many, if not all, of the people that are prognosticating this fight consider him a clear underdog. But he's ready to show that he can be up there in the marquee with all the stars that he wants to join after he wins this fight.
All right. Thanks, Julius. Our last question is going to come from Rick Muhammad with Brawler Sports Media. Rick, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hey, what's up, champ? Much respect. Leonard, my main man. What's happening, y'all? Hey, so with the sellout that you guys did at State Farm Arena, Tank, man, it's even bigger going to the West Coast now. That's kind of like performing in Vegas. Can you imagine what the fan base is going to respond to you like now in the LA market? This is big for you, man. You're already a superstar. You about to take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, just again, I'm excited to be in this position. I'm definitely grateful. I'm not trying to take advantage of it. Definitely stay, keep my focus and try to continue to grow as a person, as a fighter, as a star. Just each and every day, I'm trying to improve.
All right, great. Thanks very much, Rick. That'll be the end of our media Q&A. I'll turn it back over to Brian Custer to wrap it up.
Okay, Drew, thank you very much. So, folks, there you have it. You've heard from everybody. We'll wrap it up with this. Martin, if you could, give Isaac Cruz one last statement as we close it out. What does he want everyone to know?
Bueno, un último mensaje, Isaac, por favor, para la prensa, para los aficionados. ¿Qué necesitan saber de acá al 5 de diciembre?
Invitarlos a que no se pierdan una gran pelea que voy a estar protagonizando el próximo 5 de diciembre contra el Tank Davis y vamos a dar la sorpresa. Y bueno, estamos para darles una nueva estrella mexicana y nuevo campeón del mundo.
Well, first of all, I want to invite everybody to tune in, come to Staples Center on December 5th. It's going to be a great fight, and I'm ready to shock the world, to pull the upset, and put up another star in the pantheon of world champions of Mexican boxing.
Oh, all right. Tank Davis, give you the last word, my friend. What do you want people to know about December 5th?
December 5th going to definitely be a firework show. Great event. It's not going to just be, a boxing match. It's definitely going to be a big event. I think that, there's going to be a lot of people there. Just come out, man. Each and every day we work hard to, please the fans and things like that. So, again, it's definitely going to be a firework fight, and it's something that the fans, can look forward to. This just ain't regular fight. I think this is a big fight. I think this is going to be probably one of the best fights of 2021. So everybody, come out and support.
Champ, thank you very much. I'll tell you why. It's going to be a big event. Thanks to Tom Brown of TGB Promotions. Thank you to Leonard Ellerby of Mayweather Promotions, and thank you to Gervonta as well, who's got his own promotional company as well, GTD Promotions as well. That's why it will be a big event. Tickets on sale, folks, at AXS.com. Make sure you get your tickets. You got the 3-division world champion, Gervonta Davis, one of the biggest knockout artists in the game right now, undefeated, taking on the hard-hitting Isaac Cruz Sunday, December 5th, Showtime pay-per-view from Los Angeles, the Staples Center. You don't want to miss it. You certainly thank everybody who joined us here for this press conference. And of course, we will see you fight week in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, the first week of